Well, hello. Well, if you've ever tried to write a book, or if you have a vision to write a book and you tried and failed, or maybe thinking about doing it now and have really, you're at that point where you need some words of advice, this segment may be of some interest to you. I recently got an email from a young man who I'm familiar with, I know quite well, who is having a seminar, and I thought it would be good to get him on the program to talk about some of the pitfalls and the advantages of being able to publish your own books, or what may happen if you go the other route. So from selfpublishingseminar.co.uk, I actually have Kevin Treasure on Skype right now. Kevin, are you there?
Hi, Doctor. I'm here. Good to hear you. Good to see you.
Bless you, brother. Well, look, I've been through this kind of thing. I've written a book, my first book, obviously, some time ago, and kind of felt as if I was a little bit ripped off in some ways. I mean, don't get me wrong, the publisher was okay, but you just kind of feel as if you didn't do it quite right, and I'm, in fact, looking for some solutions right now. You've started this organisation, selfpublishingseminar.co.uk, and you got my attention because there are so many people, I believe, in the body of Christ who have a message and want to put it into writing, want to publish a book. Why did you do this? What made you come up with this?
Well, I started writing at least 10 years ago. And me, myself, when I published my first book, I realized that I paid out so much money. And then when I started doing my own research, I realized there's ways that you can do this yourself. The market is changing so much. You've got the ebook market that is really taking off. And I really wanted to let people know that there are some people with a heart and a desire to publish. They want to write their own book. They've got stories. Some people got an autobiography, and they've got a story that they want to share with the world, and they feel, I can't do it. I just want to let people know you can. This is the time to write. This is the time to publish it yourself. There are things, there are ways that you can go about publishing your own book all by yourself. You've got all the tools necessary of the global market for your book to be just as big as any other published book.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Well, you know, a lot of people would say, well, you know, Kevin, yeah, but you know, doing it yourself, you're not gonna have the same impact as if you went through a big company, or you won't be as widely distributed. Is that true?
Not necessarily. I mean, there are many self-published books that people are taking note of now, that even when they self-publish themselves, the traditional publishers are come knocking at the door saying, hey, can we do a deal? Because they've realized that there's quality out there, quality self-publishers, because there's people that write for a living, there's people that they know they've got the heart and the desire to do it. So these self-publishers, the traditional publishers, are coming knocking at the door saying people are taking note of self-publishers. In fact, I think something like 15% of the successful ebooks on Kindle right now are self-publishers.
Yeah. Do you know what? One of the reasons why I was really interested in bringing you on and talking to you is because it's actually for young people. I know that you're not looking necessarily for young people, but I see you, you know, you're kind of a little bit junior to me. I see you as a young guy, and I was really impressed when you wrote your first book. I saw it on Facebook, and I thought, wow, this guy's really going for it. And I think about so many young people, Kevin, that are coming from, you know, a past which is not too desirable. And here you are, young man, coming out of a church which has a lot of young people like that. You're an inspiration to others, right?
Yeah, I mean, my first book, because I was working with a lot of young people as a youth minister, I saw a lot of young people in and out the church making the wrong decisions. And my first book's entitled Decisions Determine Destiny, Stories and Scenarios. And that was just a book of 12 short stories, some positive, some negative, getting young people to see the power of the decisions that they're making. Some of them being in gangs, some of them are getting pregnant at a young age, some of them are going with the wrong crowd, following the wrong friends, and you're going to end up with the wrong results. So that was my first book, just going by the things that I experienced as young people and what other young people experience. Some are making the right decisions, some making the wrong decisions, some making a desire for their goals as people want to be footballers and doctors, lawyers. And now it's just really getting people to say, listen, young people, the decisions that you make today, that's what's going to affect you tomorrow. So that's what was my first book about. And I really wanted to get young people to know that, listen, you can make the right decisions. And there are some young people with a story themselves. And I say, listen, you can write as well. Put pen to paper. If this seminar is for you, it's a way you can publish your story. There's ministers out there with series in their heart, and they're like, how can I get this into a book? Whereas a minister, as a person, as a lay person, if you teach, you've got teachings laid out, you've already got a head start.
Right, brilliant, brilliant. I'm really excited for what you're doing. So, briefly, you've got a seminar coming up. Where's it going to be and when's it going to be?
It's Saturday, the 1st of November in Barking. All the work on the website's there, www.selfpublishingseminar.co. And there are people, like I said,
.uk, yeah.
.co.uk. There's people out there, some people who had a story carrying around for years and they haven't put it into paper. There's some people with a vision. There's people who've, like I said, they've got so much that have got inside of them, but they just haven't written it down. Some people say the big one is, I haven't got the time. Well, you have got time. This is the way in this seminar. I want to show you how you have got time, how you can make your time useful, put it down onto paper and get it published.
And hopefully how you can avoid some of the pitfalls, some of the problems that people like me and others may have fallen into in publishing their first books.
There are a lot of people that have been ripped off. I mean, I experienced it 10 years ago. I experienced it and I realized that there are people out there just making money from your own idea.
Yeah.
And not only that, that if you're not careful, they could take your own idea and copyright your own idea when really the copyright belongs to you. You are the author, you are the writer. So there's ways around that I want to show people, listen, you can do this all yourself, own your own rights, have your own royalties, not just 15%, but take all your own royalties and way that you can publish your book and get your book out there on a global market, not just a national, a global market.
That's fantastic. And not only the great thing is that also, Kevin, is that your message, you're getting the message out there and you're being able to change people's lives. And I'm really excited about what you're doing. Young man, you are an inspiration to others. I pray you'll continue to do that. Thanks for joining us on the program today.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for having me.
And I'm sure that you're going to do very well with this seminar and future ones. And by the way, I am putting in my first request for some consultation because I'm working on my second book. So you can help me with that as well.
It's log on. I'm here to help.
Okay, thank you. And bless you, brother. And so for now, it's back to the studio. Thanks, guys.